Hi friends, welcome to CAT Engineers Academy online platform. Today we will discuss about Kirchhoff's voltage law. Friends, first we will see what is the statement of Kirchhoff's voltage law. Here I given the statement. The statement is the algebraic sum of all the voltages. The algebraic sum of all the voltages in any closed loop is zero. Okay, it is clear. The what is meaning of this statement is nothing but in any electrical circuit, if you consider any closed loop, if you will consider any closed loop, the algebraic sum of voltages in any closed loop is zero. The algebraic sum of voltages in any closed loop is zero. What is meant by closed loop is nothing but in generally whenever you consider the electrical circuits you will get some loops. So whenever you consider any loop, the algebraic sum of voltages are zero. Algebraic sum of voltages in any closed loop is zero. Now here I consider one example, then we will discuss what is meant by Kirchhoff voltage law. So here I consider one example consisting of voltage source, one resistor and one more resistor and one more resistor. Now finally one voltage source is connected in series with the combination of R1, R2, R3. So here we are applying this much of voltage to R1, R2, R3 series combination. Now here this is plus, this is negative, this is plus, this is negative. Now whenever you are applying this much of voltage to the R1, R2, R3, some current will be developed. That current is flowing I in R1, R2, R3. Now just listen friends, here we are applying the voltage V across the series combination of R1, R2, R3. Now finally you have to write the KVL equation for this loop. So here I consider first we are having how many loops we are having in the circuit. So whatever the example here I consider, here we are having only one loop. That loop is this one. So here having only one loop, that is to be loop number 1. Now here you have to write the KVL equation for this loop. Now finally write apply apply KVL for loop 1, loop number 1. Then whenever you are applying the KVL for loop number 1, first you have to find out the what are the drops across R1, R2, R3. Just listen. Whenever the I current is flowing through the R1, some voltage drop will be there. That voltage drop equal to I into R1. Here voltage drop is I into R1. Next, whenever the I flowing through the R2, the drop is I R2. Whenever the current is flowing through the R3 is nothing but same current will flow through the R1, R2, R3. So here the voltage drop is I R3. Now finally just listen, here voltage drop is IR1, here this is plus, this is negative, this is plus, this is negative, this is plus, this is because based on the current direction given the positive negative. Whenever you consider the resistors, when the current is entering the resistor is nothing but that you consider as a positive. If they are given the sign or not, you can consider the sign. Whenever the current is entering into the resistor is considered as a positive, leaving the resistor terminal is considered as a negative. So based on that, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Now finally applied voltage, they will give the signs, here negative, here positive. Now finally we are applying voltage is V. The drops are I into R1, I into R2 are the second drop, I into R3 is the second drop. Now finally I consider this drop is V1. Here I consider this one drop as V1. Now I consider this drop as V2. Now I consider this drop as V3. Now finally just listen. Now here I consider the apply the KVL for the loop number 1. Just listen. Before you are applying the KVL for loop 1, just listen friends. Now which one you have to consider the positive, which one you have to consider the negative. It's nothing but just listen. Here I consider the rise in voltage. rise in voltage or rise in drop or drop in voltage. This reason a rise in voltage or consider as a negative, drop in voltage or consider as a positive. You can consider as it is, vice versa also no problem. But majorly you have to follow as like this. Rise in voltage always you have to consider as a negative. Drop in voltage you have to consider as a positive. Now here you have to get the clarity. Which one is rise in voltage? Which one is positive voltage? For example, anything sign. For example, in our circuit here consider the voltage source. Voltage source is here positive. Here sorry here negative, here positive. So for example, here we are having the negative, here we are having the positive. For example, current direction is negative to positive. For example, current direction is negative to positive. You are considered as this one is rise in voltage. You can consider this is as rise in voltage. Whenever you are having the current direction is from the negative to positive, is nothing but we are increasing the potential, that is rise in potential. You can consider this one also rise in potential also, no problem. Okay, so rise in potential. Next, whenever we are entering the current direction, for example, you are having here this is positive, here we are having the negative. That current direction is, for example, positive to negative. For example, current direction is positive to negative. So positive to negative is nothing but you can consider this one as drop in potential. You can consider this one is drop in potential or drop in voltage. Drop in potential or drop in voltage. Now you have consider this is you can consider as a drop in voltage. Now this rise in voltage you consider as a negative. You can consider this drop in voltage consider as a positive while you are writing the KVL equation. So what is rise in voltage and what is drop in voltage? It is clear. The rise in voltage you can consider whenever the current is flowing from the negative to positive, you are consider as a negative. Whenever the current is flowing from the positive to negative, you are consider as a positive. Okay, so finally here like that you have to follow the symbols. Now finally here I am writing the equation. For that circuit we are having first voltage source. Voltage source we are having the current direction. This is the current direction, this is the current direction from R1, R2, R3. Again it will be entered to the negative, again leaving from the positive. So finally we can say that it is flowing from negative to positive. So negative to positive is nothing but rise in voltage or consider as a negative. So what is the voltage here? V is the voltage. So first you have to apply the KVL like this. Rise in voltage you have to consider the negative and drop in voltage you have to consider as a positive. Now here you can consider the negative V. Next you go for the second element. Second element is R1. So R1 here we are having positive, here we are having the negative. So here the current is entering into the positive terminal and leaving from the negative terminal. So same as like that. Here we are having current is flowing from the positive to negative is nothing but this is you can consider the drop in voltage. So what is the voltage here drop? That is the I into R1. That is to be considered as a positive I into R1. Next you can consider the second element. The second element is R2. So same current will flow the R2 also because R1 and R2 are connected in series with the V. So that drop is to be I R2. Now this is also flowing from positive to negative is nothing but drop in potential. So finally you can consider positive I into R2. Next you go for the third element, that is R3. So R3 is also the current is flowing from the positive to negative is nothing but drop in voltage only. Now here also you have to consider the positive I into R3. Now finally all elements are again it will be entered into the source potential, that is nothing but you can consider equal to 0. Now finally we can say that according to the KVL the algebraic sum of voltages are equal to 0 in a closed loop. So finally this is the KVL equation. So according to that you have to follow the you have to follow the rule and then frame the equation. Now you can modify this equation. V equal to I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3 also. Now we can consider this one is applied voltage is equal to drop in voltage loop in a loop of a given circuit. You can consider this one as applied voltage. These are the sum of voltage drops. So always applied voltage equal to drop. Otherwise you can write the equation algebraic sum of a voltage in a closed loop is 0. So here we are having two statements. According to this first KVL, the applied voltage is equal to algebraic sum of voltage drop. Otherwise from this statement we can say that the algebraic sum of voltages in a closed loop is 0. So finally we will get the equation V equal to I into I is common because same current is from the R1, R2, R3. So I plus R2 plus R3. So finally This is also KVL equation. V equal to R into I1 to R1 plus R2. So it is also KVL equation. Now based on the modification, we'll get any equation. So finally, like that, you have to frame the KVL equation. Okay, friends. So just you have to remember. First statement, you have to remember algebraic sum of voltage in a closed loop is 0. Here I consider one simple circuit V1 across R1, R2, R3. Then you write the KVL equations. Before you are writing the KVL equation, first you have to remember the rise in voltage and drop in voltage. Rise in voltage, you have to consider the negative, drop in voltage is positive. What is rise in voltage? Is whenever the current is flowing the negative to positive, you consider as a rise in voltage, that is to be negative. Whenever the current is flowing the positive to negative, you have to consider as a drop in potential, that you have to consider as a positive. So like that you have to frame the equations. So first we are having the V1 minus V plus I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3 equal to 0. So now finally this is algebraic sum of voltage equal to 0 according to the KVL. That is otherwise applied voltage equal to algebraic sum of drops. So finally friends, this is related to Kirchhoff voltage law. Okay, my dear friends, in the next class we will consider one more topic. Thank you.